Hey Periscope, how y'all doing? It's Belina. Today we talking about mental illness is real. Listen people, depression, bipolar depression, bipolar disorder, mental illness is real. Schizophrenia, mental illness is real. And it can hit your family at any time. Mental illness does not have to run in your family, but it is real. Any situation can cause a person to go into a mentally ill state. The loss of a loved one, someone being raped, someone being robbed, loss of a job, losing all your money. Mental illness is real. People, catch hold to this. Good morning. Catch hold to this. If you see your loved ones or your friends that you call your friends, co-workers, good morning. You see them just sitting to themselves, always quiet, in a corner somewhere, don't want to talk to nobody, making strange noises, doing the stuff that they normally don't do. If you call yourself their loved ones, if you call yourself their friends, if you care anything about them, question them, pull them to the side, talk to them, ask them what's going on. I see a change in you. Good morning. Mental illness is real. When you see the mentally ill walking on the streets, good morning. I'm not telling you to be their friends or anything, but a lot of us will see the mentally ill and we'll turn our nose up. But for the grace of God, there go I. But for the grace of God, that could be you. That could be one of your loved ones. Mental illness is real. Mentally ill people can kill themselves and they will kill you. They can hurt themselves and they can hurt you. I told you about my girlfriend at the time. She had to be about 27 years old. Had her life right in front of her. Just got a house, just got a car, good morning, just got a very nice job where she was doing real well, or so that's what I thought. And I never knew she suffered from depression. And depression is ugly on the inside that eats its way to the outside. And once it shows itself on the outside, what that devil does is they make the person hurt so much that the person just wants the pain to go away. Mental illness is real. Depression is real. I think black people have been going through depression. Some black people have been going through depression since slavery times because of what we went through, our ancestors went through. Mental illness is real. Something that happened to you in your childhood. Mental illness is real. I often tell people, everybody has a code. We all have a diagnosis code. I know what my code is. I know what my illness is. Do I need medication for it? No. But mental illness is real. Some people do need medication for their illness, and they're ashamed to go get the medicine, or they're ashamed to tell people because of the stigma on mental illness. Mental illness is real. I've been in the mental health field for over 20-something years now. Mental illness is real. I done seen so much. Mental illness is real. When you got parents throwing their children off of the bridges because one is upset with somebody, mental illness is real. When you got 17-year-olds kicking and killing other children, mental illness is real. When you got a 5-year-old that can hurt a 3-year-old, really, really hurt them to that they put them in the hospital, they can kill them, mental illness is real. We got to catch a hold of this thing, people. Stop frowning yourself down, frown your nose up when you walk past a mentally ill person. Again, but for the grace of God, there go I. I've been through bouts of depression. Thank God that God saw enough or gave me enough grace and mercy that I never had to take medication. In my household, my mother wouldn't let me take the medication anyway. The doctor gave it to me, but she would not let me take it because she said, you don't have a mental problem. And at the time, I was in a state of depression that was so bad, it was ridiculous. But thank God, he showed me grace and mercy, and he showed me favor that he allowed me to come up out of it. He allowed people to talk to me and tell me what I was really going through, and it helped me. I had people in my corner that did that for me. Who are you? Whose corner are you standing in that you can help that person that you think may be going through a bout of depression? They might be schizophrenic. They're hearing voices in their head and stuff, and they just not acting like they self. Are you going to support them? If they come to you and say, look, yo man, yo sister, I got to take medication because I have this problem. Some people suffers from depression on a daily basis. Like I told you about my girlfriend, she, good morning. She took her life at 27 years old, getting ready to get married to everything. Took her life at 27 years old. I was devastated after I heard that. And that's when I decided to dig deep and figure out what was depression and what did it do to people and what did it cause people to do and everything. And in my case with my girlfriend, she called me one day at my job and me and her was talking, and then I had to go answer another call. I told her to hold on, and she said, Belina, I just have to tell you something. And when I came back to the phone, it was a Friday. I will never forget this. It was a Friday. She hung up. When I called her phone back, she did not answer her phone. Saturday morning, she took her life. Monday morning, I comes back to work. We called in the conference room, and I'm told that my girlfriend took her life. I was devastated. And all I kept saying was, oh my God, if I hadn't put her on hold, could I have saved her? I could not have saved her. That was all in God's plan. I could not have saved her. I could not have stopped death from doing what it had to do. But what I did was I taught myself and I educated myself more on some mental illnesses. I looked into depression. So if any of my other girlfriends or any of my other family members went through this, I knew what to say to them. I knew how to talk to them. Mental illness is real. If you think a loved one or you think yourself is going through some sort of depression, go talk to somebody. Please, people, go talk to somebody because it's real. It will just get worse and worse if you don't talk to somebody. Stop thinking you're all that in a bag of chips, looking your nose up at people because you think they have a problem. Mental illness is real. Stop talking about it and do something about it. Mental illness is real, and it can happen to you. It can happen to me at any time. Any devastated situation, like I said, death of a loved one, the death of a child, losing your job, losing your money, it can force you into a state of mental illness. It is real. Go get help, people. Mental illness is real. It will stop you from functioning. It will stop you from doing what you have to do. I've been there. I've done that. Mental illness is real. People look at me and say, why are you talking to them? Don't they have a problem? I don't care if they have a problem. We all have a problem somewhere. If you're not transforming your mind to make your body act right, you have a problem too. We all have a diagnosis code. We just need people in our corners that's going to push us and poke us to do what's right to get ourselves better. You can survive with a mental illness. You can have a great life with a mental illness. You just have to take the medication. It's not the end of the world because you're on medication. The end of the world is that you need medication and don't take it. Or you need help and you don't get it. That's where the problem comes in at. People that's around me, people that's, I'm not going to call them all in my inner circle, but people that I see on a regular, and I notice things. If I saw them yesterday, was laughing and joking, I see them next week, and something is wrong, and I see them the following week, I'm going to say to them, something is wrong with you. Don't tell me it's nothing. Just say you don't want to talk about it. Because mental illness is real, people. Please, please take mental illness serious. It can happen to you. It can strike at any time. This is not your grandmother's illness. This is not your grandfather's illness. It can jump on you. It does not have to be in the bloodline. Mental illness does not run in the bloodline. Mental illness happens. It's a chemical imbalance. Yes, it is, but it can happen to you. It doesn't have to run in your family, but it can happen. Take life serious, people. If you see one of your friends or loved ones going through some kind of difference, I'm going to call it, depression, whatever, ask them, talk to them, tell them you're going through something. You need me to come with you to the doctor? Do you need some help? I know you can go. Try and find help and bring them the information, but force them to get some help, people, because it's real. Don't say shoulda, coulda, woulda once they do something to harm themselves or somebody else. Or don't tell nobody, I knew they was going through that. Child, she was suffering from depression. Child, I told Sister Susie that Sister Sally was going through that and Brother Joe was having that problem. Stop all that, because if you knew all that, why didn't you help that person? Stop talking about it and be about it. Stop saying I am my people's keeper and not helping your people. Stop it. Periscope family, have a God right there on purpose. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oops. Oops. Look at me. Look at me.